Hi everyone, I can see lots of people popping up online, which is very exciting. Hello, hello. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes just to arrive and get settled, but welcome to the Oxplore Hackathon Grand Final judging announcement. We're really happy to see all you guys here. Can I get people just to pop off their cameras and their audio, except for our two lovely judges, because we want to see your lovely judge faces. Wonderful. Thank you, everyone. It looks like just about everybody's finished connecting to audio. Just about everyone's here. So wonderful. Thank you guys so much for joining us today at the Oxplore Hackathon judging event. I'm Dr. Anna Coy. I'm a member of the university undergraduate and admissions team who's been overseeing this project together with the lovely Yasmin, who I know lots of you have had lots of emails and contact with, and together with our wonderful student ambassador mentors as well. So thank you so much. We are joining you today from a slightly grey and miserable day in Oxford. Hope it's a little bit nicer where you are, but we are having our day very much brightened up by getting to see you guys and to talk about all the hard work that you've been doing over the last couple of months. So we're going to kick off just with a little bit of a celebration of the projects that you have worked on and everything that you have come up with and achieved, the ways that you guys have worked together to use your innovation skills, to use your creativity, your self-direction and your planning, your adventurousness and your critical thinking. I myself have been lucky enough to read all 10 of the entries that came in, and I have been absolutely blown away by some of what I've seen. I'm really happy that I get to talk to you about it a little bit right now. So what I'm going to do is quickly run through each of the 10 project proposals that you guys have completed for us. I'm going to talk a little bit about each one of them, and I want you guys to be listening up while I'm doing that, because as I will tell you at the end of the session today, we are awarding 3 prizes at today's event, but there is still one more prize that's going to be up for grabs after today. And the one more prize is the People's Choice Award. So I need you to listen carefully to the summaries of other people's projects. We will also send around a voting document at the end of the session today that will have the summaries of the projects on them as well. And you have a little think about it over the Easter break, and early next term, you together with your teachers will get the chance to vote on the project that you think should be the People's Choice winner. So just have a little think about that. Keep that ticking away in the back of your minds. I am going to talk about some of the wonderful projects that we have got to read over the past week and tell you a little bit of what it's all about. So I'm going to start with project number 1, which came to us from the Belvedere Academy. And this group decided that the issue they would look at was the issue of miscommunication. So they looked at the impact of people misunderstanding one another and how this affects us in lots of different areas of life. And they had especially a really interesting discussion about the economic impact of miscommunication on business and on travel. And the specific example that they looked at there was the example of people trying to navigate airports. And so group number 1, panel of judges, thought that your presentation was really particularly strong in business awareness, in thinking about how the problem you'd selected impacted people's abilities to carry on their businesses in the real world. And they also thought that your research skills were particularly strong and that you had a really good look at all of the different ways that this issue of miscommunication was impacting people. So our next group was Christ the King School, group number 2. And this group looked at something that a lot of us, I think, have been very concerned about lately, which is inflation and the cost of living crisis, really strongly affecting, I think, particularly lots of young people at the moment. And this group looked particularly at how the cost of living crisis has affected young people. Now, this group was particularly interesting because they included a video presentation, and their video presentation actually featured different types of media. There was a section of hand-drawn animation, giving a little narrative example of how cost of living crisis affects people's daily life. And they also had a video research section where a group of students actually taste tested different products to see whether the more expensive ones actually tasted better than the less expensive ones. And group 2, the panel of judges felt that your proposal was particularly original and particularly engaging. And everyone also commented on the really impressive use of different filmmaking techniques. So amazing work, really interesting to see group 2 investigating the cost of living crisis. Group number 3, I'm so sorry if I say the name of your school wrong, but Alcester Grammar School. This was a group looking at the issue of violent crime, specifically youth knife crime. which again, a really big and serious issue. Really good to see you guys taking that on board and tackling it. And the panel of judges felt that this project showed a really impressive depth of research. The group looked at a whole lot of different sources, including newspaper articles, published research and studies, and there was even some music lyrics. There was a little bit of Eminem, which took me right back to when I was your age, practically history research for you guys now, but really good use of a wide variety of different sources. The panel also felt that this team showed a really strong ability to translate their problem into prototype solutions, and that those solutions were supported by the statistical data. So really interesting practical translation of the problem into solutions there from group 4, which was amazing. Sorry, group 3. Group 4, which was from Eden Girls School, took a very kind of practical engineering-oriented approach to another serious problem, which is the use of microplastics and how microplastics are getting into our ocean and contaminating the environment. And so this group was looking specifically at the issue of plastic fibers in clothes that are shed in the washing machine and that end up going out into the oceans. And the invention that this group proposed as a solution was aqueduct, which is a sponge that you place in the washing machine to catch those plastic microfibers before they make it out into the environment. And the panel felt that this group had a particularly well-researched presentation and a very creative and practical solution to the problem. And I think a couple of the judges were actually thinking, wow, we really want to have an aqueduct in our washing machine. So we really hope that this becomes a reality one day. Group number 5, which was from Archbishop Beck Catholic College. This group, again, took on a really big issue, which was the impact of war and conflict on young people, on animals, and on the environment. And the judges felt that this was a really ambitious project. It took on a very serious issue, and it took it on from a lot of different angles. It covered a lot of ground in a really short amount of time. And this was another group that included a video presentation, and the panel felt that this was really engaging and really fun to watch, and that the way the team had worked together to put together their video presentation also showed a lot of teamwork skills and a lot of creativity. So really well done to group 5. Group 6 came to us from Coppice Performing Arts School, and this group was looking at the issue of social media and specifically our use and potentially overuse. And the proposed solution that this group had to the problem was to design an app called Social Savers. And this app was designed to allow parents and guardians to keep track of children's and young people's social media use and monitor it. And the panel felt that this solution was presented in a way that really strongly showcased the process of ideation, the idea of working through what did and didn't work in setting up their ideas. So really good use of developing an idea there, and also employing critical thinking to solve the chosen problem in a way that was really creative and unique. And this was another video presentation entry, which again, the judges felt was a great example of teamwork, with everyone having a role to play in presenting the video showcasing that solution. So group 7, to change topic completely, group 7 came to us from Calderston School. And this project looked at climate change throughout human history. So starting all the way back in the prehistoric era and looking at changes in the Earth's environment from then right up to the present day, with snapshots of what the environment has looked like at various points in human civilization. And the project put forward several suggestions to raise awareness of climate change and to influence people to use more renewable sources of energy. And group 7, the panel thought that your presentation and your skills in presenting and organizing the information were particularly commendable here. And that everyone, I think, who looked at this project really especially enjoyed seeing the snapshots of different historical periods. That was a really innovative way to present that information. So group 8 came to us from Kingsmead School. And this group looked at the cost of living crisis. So again, we could see this is an issue on lots of people's minds. And this group looked specifically at the impact of the cost of living crisis on people's daily lives. And this group was really strong on research and evidence. They used lots of material from government reports and from charities such as the Trussell Trust. And they were also very strong on providing citations for all of their research. We could follow and see exactly where they had got their statistics from. This project also had a look at some of the broader issues, like the focus on the impact of cost of living on people's mental health and on other aspects of well-being. So this group, the panel thought, was particularly to be commended for their research skills and for their really persuasive outline of the nature and the seriousness of this problem. So group 9 came to us from Fulford School, and group 9 looked at the issues facing refugees who have become displaced as a result of global conflict. So people who might be fleeing from war or violence. And obviously there are lots of problems to identify there. The solution that this group landed on was to design an app, which was called FamUnity. And that app is there to support refugees who are searching for material support, such as shelter and medical care, and to help them begin to reunite with their families. And the panel thought that this project had a particularly strong use of ideation, again, that working through what did and didn't work, and giving a really detailed discussion of their brainstorming process. And that their practical solution went above and beyond in designing a mock-up of their app and thinking about potential problems with that app, such as privacy and data protection. There was a discussion of how they might handle those issues. So well done to group 9. And finally, group 10 came to us from Holly Lodge High School College of Science. And this project, again, looked at an issue that's really important and on a lot of people's minds at the moment. They looked at the issue of homicide in the UK and showed a lot of creativity in coming up with a range of practical solutions. Some were engineering and design based, and some were social and government programs. So they suggested setting up self-defense centers for young people. They suggested a rehabilitation program for people who had been convicted of violent crimes in the past. And they also really interestingly created a set of blueprints for a wearable device, which was a set of padding designed to protect the user against violence if they happen to be attacked, and a new design for a security alarm keychain. So a really interesting mix there of practical and social program solutions. And the panel thought that this group showed a really innovative solution design, good practical approach, and lots of creativity. So really well done to group 10. So amazing. Really well done to everybody who took part. And as I said, I hope you've been as interested listening to those little summaries of the project as we were when we were reading them. From here, I get to tell you that winging its way to you at the beginning of the new term will be your Oxplore Hackathon goodie bag, which will have a couple of little bits for you, including a certificate that you can pop onto your CV and use if you're applying for things in the future, and a few copies of some Oxplore postcards and posters, a water bottle, and a couple of little other bits for you to have and take around school. And those will be coming through to your adult supporters. So look out for them just after the Easter break, and look out for the chance to vote for the People's Choice Award as well, which I'll talk to you a little bit more about in a moment. But without further ado, right now I'm going to hand over to our 2 academic guest judges. You may remember Simon and Qianqi from our launch event. They are both researchers at the University of Oxford, and they have been looking over your proposals as well. I'm going to hand over to Qianqi, who is going to announce our first award for today.
Okay, thank you, Anna. We start with the most innovative or creative proposal. Congratulations to Group 4 for their proposal on microplastics. You showcased exceptional creativity and innovation. The idea itself is very innovative. You thoroughly considered product design and considered different factors such as availability and customer needs, and also interactiveness. And additionally, your advertising approach makes it sound very, very appealing. And now I will hand over to my fellow judge, Dr. Simon Barnes-Sadler, who will announce the next award.
Absolutely. Although I'd just like to chime in about Group 4. I was very impressed too with them. I feel that the solution was really well conceived in itself, and it suggested some really innovative uses of materials. Like you, Qianqi, I really enjoyed the way that the solution was presented as a product, which is quite novel and potentially very effective, because the way that the group considered branding and consumer appeal means that they could make some kind of constructive change in behavior and give people sort of a fun nudge towards doing the right thing. But with that, the next award is for Best Presented Proposal, and that one goes to Group 6 for their proposal on social media. So very well done for a very clear and sort of compelling communication of ideas. Something that I particularly liked about that was the sort of the clarity of the visual presentation. It really picked out key points. And when it was supported by the video submission, the presenter's spoken contribution, that really added a lot of value to it. There was also a logo for Social Savers, for the app that they created for this. And that really brought across the identity and purpose of the technology that they were proposing. So Qianqi, do you have anything to add there?
Yeah, it's just a very, very impressive teamwork, and I can just see how everyone's making their own contribution towards the final design.
Fantastic, thank you. And I think it might be to you to announce the final award.
Yeah, thank you, Simon. And now it's time for the Best Overall Proposal Award, and it goes to Group 9 for your proposal on war relief. Congratulations and a huge well done. The judges felt this proposal is just excelled in every aspect of the project, and well done. I was just so impressed when I was looking at your presentation and the app itself, and I cannot imagine how many hours you might have put into designing and changing every detail and also making the videos. And you just emphasized the importance of solving the issue and demonstrated your collaborative decision-making process, which signifies effective teamwork. And you thoroughly considered various aspects, and the three main problems you chose to focus on are both innovative and significant, and really, really well done.
Just to add to that, I do think that this group, the light bulb lighters, identified a really tragic and often overlooked outcome of conflict and the displacement of people. And they found lots of really authoritative sources to sort of communicate the scale and the urgency of this issue. The way that they presented it with this fictionalized case study was a really good choice for putting a human face to it and for engaging the audience, bringing home the impact that their product could make. And then at the end of their presentation, it was really great to see that as well as their longer term and sort of more abstract solution, this app, they ended with a really concrete call to action, suggesting things that we can do in the here and now to help out with this issue. So really well done, well deserved.
Fantastic. Well, a big thank you to both of our judges, and an even bigger thank you to everybody who took part, all of the students who I know worked incredibly hard on their proposals, also all of the mentors who I know were turning up to meetings every week, supporting you guys, helping you to build those creativity and critical thinking skills. And also a big thank you to the teachers who have played an incredible role in helping us organize the sessions, setting aside room spaces, setting aside lunch times and after school times to make this all happen. So really, I think, not to be self-congratulatory, but everybody involved deserves a really big round of applause and a really big pat on the back, because this has been an amazing project and an amazing set of outcomes that we've talked through today. So thank you so much to everybody who took part. And a big well done to our 3 award winners. You guys have won £500 worth of technology vouchers for your school, and those will be going through to your teachers. So we will let you know the process for that. And again, a really big congratulations. But that's not all. As I said earlier, we have one more award still to give away, and that is the People's Choice Award. So watch out for an email from Yasmin and I, which will give you summaries of all of the different 10 projects and the opportunity to vote on which one you think deserves to be the People's Choice winner. So the group with the most votes will win another award voucher for their school. And to join in, you can ask your teacher to help you review the other entries and vote for who you should win and who you think should win. And we also want to just let you know, if you want to be eligible to win a People's Choice Award, you need to cast a vote yourself. So you have to be in it to win it for this one. We need you to vote on your choice for People's Choice if you want to be eligible to win a People's Choice Award. So that's our last exciting piece of hackathon competition coming up in the first couple of weeks of next term. I'm just going to hand over now to Simon and Chanchi for any concluding remarks that the judges might want to make. Simon?
Thank you. So just again, congratulations to the winners of all of the categories, but also to everyone else. There wasn't a single thing that I saw in the submissions that I looked through that wasn't just fantastic. So really well done to everyone. I can see a lot of hard work on show, and it really paid off and set an example for, I hope, future hackathons. Chenchi?
Yeah, thank you, Simon. And really well done, everyone, and congratulations to the winners. But you have no idea how difficult it was for us to choose the teams. It's just so impressive. Every single piece of work, we can see the effort and the time and energy you put in, and it's just amazing, all those incredible details and the ideas and the very creative thoughts. So really, really impressed. And yeah, I hope you will enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much, everyone. It has been just an absolute honor to work with you over the past 3 months and to meet together and to celebrate your achievements today. And if there's one thing that you take away from the hackathon competition, we want you guys to keep exploring and keep innovating, keep coming up with those wonderful ideas and practicing that ideation. And we will see you all when we announce the People's Choice Awards in April. So I hope everybody has a fantastic last few days of term and a good break if you're having a break. And thank you guys again so very much for taking part in the Hackathon 2024. We'll see you again soon. Thanks. Hey, wonderful. Thank you so much, guys. Was that all
Thank you.
for you?
Well, thank you. That was
Brilliant.
grand.
Wonderful. And yeah, really, really lovely comments. I think that was just nice and measured. Obviously, it's a bit tricky because we don't have faces or reactions to see how people are coming back, but we will let you know if we hear any feedback or comments from teachers.
Great.
And is there anything you guys need from us at this point? Do we just need to do your timesheets and get the hours in?
I think that might be it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, no, I was just thinking, have we started the stop the recording?
Oh, yes, we do need to do that. Okay, I will jump out of this call for now because we maybe don't want to talk about any operational stuff. And I will see you guys again soon.
Okay. See you.
Brilliant. Thanks.